Paul McCartney is here to help us. He's going to join us in the Beatles.
In 2020, Paul McCartney sparked a brief but lively discussion among rock fans when he described the Rolling Stones as a blues cover band during an interview on The Howard Stern Show. The comment came as part of a friendly comparison between the two bands that defined 1960s rock culture. McCartney suggested that the Beatles had ventured into a wider range of musical styles, from pop and classical influences to experimental recording techniques, while the Rolling Stones, in his view, had stayed closer to their blues origins. He didn't seem angry or dismissive, but his words reignited the old Beatles versus Stones rivalry that has fascinated music historians and fans for decades. Media outlets quickly picked up the quote, framing it as another chapter in the long-running friendly competition between the two most influential British rock groups of all time. For many, McCartney's remark echoed the public image that had always separated the two bands, the Beatles as the more polished, versatile innovators, and the Stones as the rougher, blues-driven rebels. Yet others saw it as a harmless observation, from a musician reflecting on history rather than an insult. Mick Jagger, however, was not going to let the moment pass without a response. Speaking to The Times shortly afterward, he addressed McCartney's statement with characteristic wit and poise. Jagger pointed out that almost every great band begins by covering other people's music, including the Beatles themselves, who built their early sets on Chuck Berry and Little Richard's songs. Every band is a cover band at the beginning, he noted, adding that both groups had drawn deeply from the same American blues and rock traditions. Instead of sounding defensive, Jagger's tone was amused, as if to remind listeners that the rivalry had always been more playful than personal. He later turned McCartney's remark into part of his stage banter during live shows. At one concert, Jagger joked to the crowd, "Paul McCartney is here tonight. He's going to join us for some of our blues cover tunes." The audience erupted in laughter, and the comment became one of those classic Jagger moments, sharp, self-aware, and effortlessly cool. Jagger later admitted he had even texted McCartney to thank him for the quote, saying it had given him so much comic material. Far from reigniting any real hostility, the exchange ultimately highlighted the enduring bond between two bands that changed music forever. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones were rivals in reputation, not in friendship. They often admired each other's work and even shared recording advice and industry contacts in their early days. Decades later, McCartney collaborated with the Rolling Stones on the song "Bite My Head Off" for their 2023 album Hackney Diamonds. In that session, McCartney played bass while Jagger praised his energy and spontaneity, saying he knocked it out really quick. The episode proved that what might sound like a jab was, in truth, part of the lighthearted back and forth between two old icons who helped shape modern rock. Even after 60 years, the conversation between the Beatles and the Rolling Stones continues, not through rivalry, but through mutual respect and a shared love for the blues that started it all.